Right, well I've set out this morning, dropped the kids off on my way to Campbell's Creek to have a look at some logs. But just as I was heading out the door, well just as I was getting down the street, Sam, the local postie, flagged me down and said, "Hey, I've got 2 big boxes for you." But I've got to go talk to this tree surgeon and have a look at these logs, so I can't be there to open them. So yeah, time to hit the road and we'll get into them later. So 2 boxes to open today. These arrived yesterday morning, just as I was heading out to go look at some logs. So took a bit of self-discipline to sort of not stay and open them, and then I got home and was running and doing other things, and I had to get stuff done, so I couldn't open them then. And this morning, for those of you who follow me on Facebook, you might have seen the shot of them still on the kitchen table, not open. Now is the time. Ugh. Well, that was a good thing. I just got called inside to help Sarah, and when I went to turn off the camera, it turns out I wasn't actually recording. So first up, looks like we have lots and lots of planes. A poo explosion.
Head to toe, one of the bed, the other.
I'm coming. Really nice plough plane with a side cutter. This is a really interesting scraper plane for reconditioning dyes and so on. It's got a, well, it's almost configured like a very wide plough plane, which is unusual. And these plough planes with side cutters are also really pretty cool. Damn, that looks nice. Look at how close the mouth is. There's a bit of rust on it, but that's really close. That is really close. Oh. It's a red oak die. Oh wow, and another one. Ooh. Jeez, that looks lovely. White oak, and again a really close mouth. Oh. The struggle with this is which ones to keep. That's a good sign. Just that little extra bit of protection when it comes to packaging shows someone who cares. A few chips. Oh. The chip breaker has got a whole bunch of patterning on it. I haven't seen that before. There's a very nice shoulder plane. Gives some pretty good nick. Okay, now when I'm selling these planes, I don't ship them with the iron inside the die, and that's why. In fact, you shouldn't store them with the dye in there as well, because what I reckon has happened is this one is dried out and it's just split the dye, because I'm pretty sure that's a fresh split. The wood shrunk, the iron's been left in, and it's just cracked it through. So if you're using these planes, you can leave the iron in place, but you don't want to leave it driven home, because that can happen with the change of the season, especially if going from winter into summer. Now the good news is that you can repair these. What's the traditional repair is that you just you drill a hole through there, and then put a rivet or a bolt and just pull it together again, and then you sort of just pare out the sides there to just give it a little bit more room. Now in Japan, the wooden part of a plane is considered a consumable item. It's not really considered part of the plane. Well, it's part of the plane, but it's a consumable part of the plane. These, the iron is really what is the valuable bit. But through the lifetime of an iron, it is expected that you would go through 10 wooden blocks before you've used up the iron. In a Western context, people often look at that as a very defective item, whereas in Japan they just say, oh well, that's what happens. It's what, you know, that's what you do. So the iron shouldn't have been left so far in. In the West, if that happened to a Western plane, we'd say it was a catastrophe. Whereas in Japan, it's just one of those things. A little chamfer plane. I'm pretty sure that is an unused die. Right, that is definitely an unused die. If you look, the mouth hasn't been opened up at all. That is so close, it's not funny. Yeah, I still think they're both unused, but geez, that one is that's a candidate for a smoothing plane, that one. And what I was saying before about the Kana iron lasting 10 die, well, this one I reckon it's had 9, because it's almost, or maybe 8, but I reckon 9. That's almost done. So someone has thought this is an iron worth using and using and using and using. Just want to keep focused. Oh! I know what this is. I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's not. Oh, or is it? Is it? It is. I have wanted one of these for a while. Look at you. Japanese rebate plane. Blade goes completely from side to side. And this doesn't look like it's the absolute best one. Like, it's got a crack in the die there, it's got a knot in the die there, which is interesting. But in the absence of a better example, that's going into the keeper box until something better comes along. Bam! Another one! See, another one that's been left in and it's split. Damn. Them's the brakes. What do we got here? Ooh. And adjust. Oh, that is lovely. Okay, now this is a plough plane with an adjustable fence. It's a much wider plough plane than those others, but it's also got the wooden fence here. But what is lovely about this is it's the wedge that secures it. That wedge there, and it's running in a key line in the arm of the fence. So how do you adjust it? Yeah, that's how. So you tap the arm of the fence, you get it to where you want it, insert the key, and you're ready to go. That's gorgeous. Just another side cutter. And we have another Japanese shoulder plane with the traditional wedge. Look at that. See, Japanese craftsmanship at its highest. Holy cow, that is a serious dado cutter. Far out. Yeah, I bought another axe. The reason we're not telling Sarah about this one. When I first started growing this beard, it was because, well, just lazy. And I've never grown a beard before, because I always thought that I couldn't, because my dad always said that he couldn't grow a beard, and I look a lot like my dad, so I just assumed that I couldn't either. But it turns out there must be some extra hairy genetics on my mum's side of the family, because it's not bad. It grew really slowly. Like, I don't know when was the last time I shaved. It was a long time ago. But it's not patchy like Dad talked about. And so like ages ago when it grew out past the itchy stage, Sarah really liked it. And then when it started getting bushy, she liked it too because her dad had a beard, and so she kind of liked that. But now she's sick of it. Now she wants it gone. And I said, well, look, if I can buy another axe, you can shave me with it. And she said, fine. So I'm not quite ready to give it up yet. So we don't want to tell Sarah about this quite yet. But it is getting into summer, and it is going to have to come off because it's already getting warm. 2 more packages. This is camellia oil. Now I ran out of this a while ago, and so I've been hanging out for this stuff to arrive. 2 bottles of camellia oil. And it's the traditional anti-rust treatment that they used on Japanese swords, on the katana. That's good. And one of the things I'm planning to do is mix it with some beeswax as a more durable anti-rust method, but also as a furniture finish. And I might experiment also with mixing in a bit of pine resin as well. So looking forward to having some fun with that. And then last, look, I left these till last on purpose because these are stunning. That's a keeper. As is this one. So yeah, again, bit of rust, but that'll clean up. So lots and lots of fun. Alright, so that's the haul for today. A stack of some really great handmade swords, 2 really nice axes, a whole stack of really, really nice planes, some excellent moulding planes, some good chisels, and of course, odds and sods. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I guess if you've stayed through to here, you must have done. It's a monster of an unboxing video. 2 boxes, 50 kilos of tools. Not that the weight is in the value, of course. Now, as I said during the video, I'm going to be keeping a bunch of these, but the rest of them will sooner or later will be listed up on eBay. In the eBay listing, there'll be a detail, the Patreon price, and that's the price that any of my Patreon supporters can buy the item for. And the reason we're doing that is that we're trying to get a sustainable farm set up. That's the whole thing about Hedgerow Farm, a sustainable co-working farm. But we haven't been able to get the land, and this is just one of the things that we're trying to do in the meantime to build up support. And so what we're looking for from our patrons via Patreon is people who want to join with us to help make that a reality, to help bring it about. And so just $1 a month is a very, very valuable contribution, because what we're looking to do down the track is we'll start talking with investors and bankers and so on again, because we've been doing that a lot already. And we'll say, look at all these people that are supporting us. Look at all these people who like our ideas and are paying money to support us now. And if we've got 500, 1,000 people paying $1 a month, well then that's 500, 1,000 people that are all potential customers of the farm when we get started. So that means as soon as we get up and running, we will have a customer base to get going. And that will we hope, will give investors and bankers just a little bit more of a incentive to help us get off the ground when we're ready to make that move. So yeah, if you want to be part of that mission, part of that dream, then please sign up and become a patron. And in the meantime, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I'll be doing to reward people for their support, like giving the discounts on the tools, access to things that we make as they come, like the honey, elderflower champagne, whatever it is we're doing. So yeah, I hope you'll join us for the ride. So anyway, I've got to get some bee stuff done now. I've made a new bee vac for a hive removal I've got to do today. and of course there'll be a video on it, so stay tuned for that. And so you don't miss that or any of the other things I'm doing, hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell icon, and we'll see you in the next video. Catch you now.